Hey, Florian, do you want to just start off the episode and introduce it? Switch it up?
Okay.
That's a yes. Sounds like a yes to me.
Wait, what do you normally say?
I say, hey, everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino?
All right, I'll definitely keep that part.
Just do it in German and see if anybody can understand.
Yep. Perfectly fitting for such a niche indie movie.
That's right.
Yep. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Is It Kino? We're here to review this amazing American movie named Top Gun, and I am Tom Cruise, a washed up old military man who pisses off everyone he meets, but I still can save the world in some way. And here to join me is the decrepit, dying old mummy called Iceman. How are you doing, Kino?
You know, it's funny that you, you called me Iceman, so I'm like Val Kilmer. I thought you said Hangman for a second, but,
Nope. We're starting
no,
off
Iceman.
doing the first one. No, wait, actually, no, he's in the second one. Yeah, he's dying, remember?
He's in the second one.
Yeah, that's you. Sorry.
Yeah.
No flying for you, man.
Hey, look, Val Kilmer in the first Top Gun was cool as fuck. So, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
I wish that Kino had a debilitating disease that made it so he couldn't speak. Do you know how much better this podcast would be?
Oh, yeah, great improvement.
If he had a big fucking hole in his throat that he had to wear his scarf at all times to cover up.
Okay, guys, I want to pose a question to the commenters. If any one of us could get throat cancer,
E-Rich is loudly typing on his keyboard.
should it be Florian or me?
Wow.
Who would you want to not hear the most?
Yeah, you're getting your sycophants in there, trying to sway opinion against me. Yeah, I bet.
And E-Rich is here too. Hey, E-Rich.
Oh, and E-Rich.
That's right. The Top Gun himself, E-Rich.
I'm never letting Florian intro the show again. I think everybody already left.
He lets Kino fucking say whatever the fuck he wants. He does not move things along.
Yeah, should I just start it over?
I was gonna.
Should we start the show over?
You cut me off, monkey. Jeez.
I am putting up a vote of no confidence in Florian opening the episodes.
No, yeah. I'm going to fly the mission, and you're gonna see. I'm the man for the job. Okay. All this time trying to train Kino and Heartsy and everyone. No, it's me. I'm the Top Gun. I'm the only one who can fly this.
You're training me and Heartsy?
You're confusing training with grooming.
Yeah.
Wow. Of course.
He's training us to be gay for him.
Okay, let's talk about this movie, Top Gun Maverick, and I actually went and saw this without having seen the original Top Gun. And then I watched them in reverse order. I think that's the way it was meant to be seen, was you watch the good one first, and then you watch the shitty prequel. It's really a Star Wars all over again. And I will say, the hype is real. Top Gun Maverick is an instant classic and possibly one of the greatest movies ever fucking made. Is that going too far? Does anybody disagree?
I have not seen Top Gun Maverick.
Why is E-Rich here?
I think I could just listen to the episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you'll probably learn everything there is to know about Top Gun.
Monkey, I will have to agree with you there. It had me laughing. It had me crying. It had me just like totally swept up in every single sequence was just so well done. The tension, the pacing, the character drama was very good. I mean, the character drama in the first Top Gun is just kind of bros being bros, but this one actually had some really good dynamics.
Yeah, I think the best little exchange of dialogue for me, it's so simple. They can take just such simple dialogue, and it's so much deeper and more profound. But it's in the big climax of the film, and Tom Cruise yells, "What were you thinking?" And Miles Teller says, "You told me not to think." Oh my God, that was so fucking good.
Yeah, and it's just like, I know we're getting into spoilers, but hey, the movie made what, $250 million over this last weekend?
The Memorial Day box office record of all time. Tom Cruise literally saved cinema.
Yeah, it made something like 150 million domestically and over 250 million internationally. So it already made back all of its money in 3 days. Like, that's insane. But so hopefully we get more movies like this, not in that like, oh, let's get another Top Gun, because I think that it ends at a good point. I don't think we need another Top Gun.
Well, yeah, the Russians do nuke the entire naval base and they're all dead, so I don't know how they could do a sequel.
Is the enemy the Russians in this one? I heard that it was very vague. It's kind of like the enemy.
It's very, very vague. You don't know. It could be the Chinese. It could be the Russians. It could be Iran.
It's probably Austria. They're usually trying to start a war.
Wow. Who was it in the first Top Gun? I feel like it was Russia, but maybe just from the planes. I think they used like Mir planes, but I guess they never said what.
Well, it was Russia in the first. Yeah, they used MiGs. It was Russia in the first Top Gun because the first Top Gun came out in 1984 when we were kind of at another like little peak in the Cold War.
Yeah, but thankfully these days we don't have any animosity towards Russia at all, so it wouldn't even make sense to make them the enemy.
Yeah, well, it definitely wouldn't make sense because specifically if we use Russia, then they would have like old decrepit airplanes that would definitely not hold a candle to the Top Gun pilots. So it couldn't have been Russia for that reason.
Hey, it's not the plane, it's the pilot. What part of the theme of this film went over your head?
These planes are just as good as the American one, so it couldn't possibly be Russia. Like any other nation, I guess.
Uzbekistan?
Maybe.
Kazakhstan?
You know, Austria has like 8 military fighter planes that are about at that level, but they're like super expensive. So yeah, it could be any nation, really.
Wait, they're super fighter jets are super expensive?
Well, yeah, imagine. Well, I mean, we could have used the cheaper ones.
Oh, no, I couldn't imagine that.
We decided to get, like, the really fresh Eurofighters, you know?
Okay, this is all pointless. Florian, what did you think of Top Gun Maverick?
I think it was probably the best movie I've seen in a while.
Even better than The Batman.
Yeah, I know. It was such a horrible, slow year. So yeah, here we go. I guess the only other movie that comes close is Sonic 2, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Paramount has been actually killing it this year with their movies. I don't know if they've had a dud yet.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking the other day, and it was kind of a wild thought, right? Is that in other years, like, well, with all the, you know, if you were to ask like a quote unquote cinephile, like what are the best movies of the year? And they would probably say some like A24 movies, you know,
yeah,
or shit like that. Right. I have to say this is that the blockbusters this year have been doing better than the A24 films. Like, I've
you think Sonic 2 was better than Men?
What have been the A24 releases this year? Men? What else?
Top Gun. Okay. So I also was very like, lukewarm on Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay. There is a few others, but it's just like it's been for some reason the blockbusters or the bigger budgeted movies like The Batman, The Northman, and Top Gun Maverick.
Well, The Northman's A24.
No, it's not.
It's not? Hold on.
Oh no, shit! E-Rich blown the fuck
mean?
out.
What is A24 or whatever you said? What is it? What does it mean?
It's a cult.
It's a cult, yeah, for white girls.
Wow. No, seriously, man.
It's a distribution company, and usually they put out movies that I really like.
Well, I'll be damned, it's not. Fuck.
Yeah, usually, I mean, they put out a lot of good movies, but I just think it's funny that like the from the indies and stuff that I've seen this year. Oh, After Yang was another A24. That was okay. That came out this year.
That was about Andrew Yang losing the presidency.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was where Colin Farrell played as Andrew Yang.
Oh wow, that's some bold casting. I mean, after the Batman, I guess there's not much he can't do.
Yeah, he's showing his range as an actor. But
he can play an Asian man.
I gotta admit that this year the blockbuster movies, the big budgeted films, have honestly been better than like the smaller indie films, at least. Well, not all of them, of course, but my top 3 favorite movies of the year are all blockbusters. Top Gun Maverick, The Northman, and The Batman.
So what Kino's saying is that Doctor Strange 2 is better than Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I think he did feel that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, but
Kino also literally did not understand that movie and thought the ending was nihilistic. So I don't know if we can really trust his judgment. You see, he literally doesn't understand the film. He has no clue what it's about.
It is
nihilistic. I can't wait to finally watch that movie so I can talk about it.
Yeah, people keep requesting us to review that in the comments, and I keep saying once it comes out on VOD, we'll do it. So
when is it out on VOD?
No clue.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still doing well in cinemas. It's still doing well in cinemas, so I think they're kind of pushing for it to play in theaters for a little bit longer.
If anybody at home needs a pick-me-up, you need something to laugh at, go to the comment section on the video of Kino and Glink reviewing Everything Everywhere All at Once, and every comment is just shitting on them for misinterpreting the movie and not getting it. It is very funny to read.
I want to say this. I have studied nihilism, and that is nihilism at the end of the film. But saying like, oh, because nothing matters so I can be happy, that is still nihilistic.
I think you're misinterpreting the movie, for real. We're going to have to go through it when we watch it.
Wow, this is going to be a great discussion. I can't wait.
Well, I mean, clearly it's more interesting than Top Gun Maverick because I'm begging any of you to actually talk about the movie, and nobody seems to want to. Rich, you liked it, right?
Before you talk about the movie, I took a COVID test at the beginning of this episode, so by the end, I should have the results for that.
Yeah, I think we've done this gimmick before, but you know what? Let's do it again.
What? Do you have symptoms?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
No, but I did just go to a Star Wars convention in California, so...
Yeah, what was up with that? I saw some little dweeb loser on Twitter complaining that nobody's wearing a mask, and I'm like, dude, it's literally 2022, and you're worried about COVID-19. You might want to count your numbers a little bit.
I think I'm immune from COVID. I think I can't get it.
Hopefully. We need you to stick around to review movies you haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Well,
Top Gun Maverick fucking rules.
I'll say this about Top Gun Maverick, is that it is the classic Hollywood blockbuster. But it does, and you could say that maybe it's tropic or something or whatever, but it does all of it so well. All the characters, I mean, the two main actors in this, Miles Teller and Tom Cruise, just have tons of charisma. It's not like it's doing anything like new and weird and experimental. It's doing things that, you know, have proven to work through many other blockbusters, but it's just doing it better than almost any other movie. And
it's the one piece of blockbusters. It takes all the tropes you know and love and makes them better and actually good. Ain't that right, Florian?
I kind of have this really strange comparison. I feel like it's like Glass, if Glass was good, because they have this character just like he's just put through the motion. He has to teach these young kids who are never going to be as good as him, and all the time people are telling him he's so washed up and he can't do it, and at the end he almost starts to believe it, but then he just does like one last mission where he's just gonna show everyone. And I don't know, I feel like it was really well done, because I actually wasn't sure if he was gonna get in the plane at the end and win the mission. I thought...
Wait. In a Tom Cruise movie, you thought that Tom Cruise wasn't gonna save the day?
I mean, it really felt that way, okay?
The movie
really felt like it was such a good character, and it felt so realistic that I really didn't expect them to put this old man into the fighter pilot, okay? I just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, and I think a lesser movie, if they're trying to do a 35-year later sequel, they probably would have gone for the tearjerker of, Tom Cruise sacrifices his life to save Miles Teller, save Goose's son. I like that the movie subverted that completely, and that they end up saving each other, and they both live. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, watch out.
Good to know. Sounds like I don't have to see this movie.
Yeah,
no, you definitely have to see it in the theaters. And I honestly think one of the reasons why I did not enjoy watching the original Top Gun was because I was watching it on Netflix at my house. something about being in the theater, and I was not even in an XD or IMAX theater. I was in a normal ass theater, and Top Gun Maverick was so loud that my seat was vibrating. It's phenomenal. You have to see it in the theater.
I'm seeing it in IMAX.
Good.
That's fine.
Yeah, I saw it in IMAX.
That might be the whole reason why I never really cared for Top Gun 1. It's like, I've seen it the first time and I've seen it the second time, but never in the cinema, so that's why it didn't feel that good. But also,
it's also meandering, boring, has no plot, and the romance is gay.
Yeah, I literally seen it twice now and I can't tell you what happens in it, so yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks...
Size.
Does Tom Cruise literally look more handsome at 60 than he did at 26?
Yeah? He definitely
I
does,
think,
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
he looks really good, yeah.
Is there hope for us? Because right now I think, we're all about 26-ish, and, we're nothing to write home about. When we're all 60, are we going to be sexy studs like Tom Cruise? Do we have to sacrifice children in a Scientology ritual to look that way?
Probably, yeah.
I think so.
I was thinking actually kind of looks like you, Mumkey.
Oh, I look like Tom Cruise? What, because I'm short?
Yeah, the young one, the one that you didn't like.
Oh, when his teeth are all jacked up and yellow?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that meme of Tom Cruise's teeth are like not symmetrical with his face?
Wait, what? No.
Like his two front teeth are like slightly off to the right.
Ooh.
It's weird. It's like all of his teeth are fake.
So, but did he get them fixed?
No, he had kind of like jagged teeth when he first started acting, if I remember correctly. Like if you watch him in Risky Business, I don't know. I remember him being kind of like looking a little dweebish, like back then, like in the early 80s.
Yeah, even in Top Gun, his teeth were kind of freaky deaky. I thought, wow, man, he like has a whole new set of teeth in there.
Yeah, definitely a great improvement, I guess.
Yeah, so, maybe in the next 35 years, I can fix all my teeth, and maybe I'll be the next Tom Cruise. I do love running around.
You're just gonna keep hammering out those blockbusters, right? You can do it.
Now, I know that the movie is supposed to make Maverick seem like the world's coolest dude, but does anybody think it's a little bit too much or risky business to be going so fast on a motorcycle with no helmet? Like, you don't look that cool. Just put on the fucking helmet. You're risking your life for nothing.
Oh, come on. In the movie where he literally goes too fast with the plane so that it explodes.
Hey, he's wearing his helmet at least.
Yeah, I'm surprised he survived.
Guys, I literally know in real life people who have severe brain damage from not wearing their helmet on a motorcycle, and I don't think we should be teaching the youth that you're cool to do that. Just put on your fucking helmet, please. It's not worth it.
It can't happen to Tom Cruise, though.
He's got
like the Jedi mind powers where he can see everything coming before it happens, so he could just like not crash,
Top Gun 3 is gonna be Miles Teller goes to visit Tom Cruise after he gets fucking brain injury from crashing his motorcycle, and he's gonna be the Val Kilmer this time around.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get better and better.
They're gonna put fucking vegetable Tom Cruise in the back of a fighter pilot so he can die in a blaze of glory.
What pressed the button. Why do these planes actually need two people? I don't get it. What does the second guy ever do?
One to pilot and one to do the guns.
Well, the second guy is there so that when you try to eject, you hit your head and die on impact.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, it's like there are certain things like radio and guns and stuff like that that's very difficult to do if you're flying. So the two-seater, it's like the gunner seat and then the pilot seat. At least I'm not big into. My brother's really big into planes. He'd probably be able to tell you. But that's what I gathered from the show, because the one guy had to do the laser guiding the bombs. That was the second guy.
Yeah, Florian, you really think you could fly that sophisticated piece of machinery and aim your gun at the same time?
Well, Tom Cruise could do it, but
but he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but he's Maverick.
Yeah, they could probably just put in some kind of computer stuff that does all that. I don't know.
Why don't they just clone Maverick?
Why didn't they
They could
fly
just clone
drones
Maverick.
to do this mission?
Because they had like 1 million anti-air turrets.
Yeah, but it'd be so easy to fly a drone right above the river. You don't need a big old plane.
Well, drones don't even fly fast. They'd be easily shot down.
But you can only get shot down if you're flying above the mountains.
Can drones really fly higher than the range of that?
No, fly low! Just do literally the same mission with a fucking drone! What part don't you understand? What the fuck are you talking
drone
about?
would definitely crash when you do that.
No, it wouldn't!
That was the whole point, is that a drone could never do this.
It
What
could
are you
have.
talking about?
I think it could.
No way.
Why not?
Well, and one of the themes of the film, right, is the replacement, and this is kind of speaks to industrial society and its future, is the replacement of human worker with robots, with drones. It's like the destruction.
Pilot, just
Yeah.
one in the middle.
Well, is it so bad to think that
Well,
the future
it's
of military combat should just be robots? Why are we putting human lives on the line?
I mean, it probably should, but we're not there yet. We don't have robots.
I
that
mean,
can do
according to
any of that.
Obama and all those dead Middle Eastern children, I think we all are there, like right now.
Like, let's
that's the whole
just
point.
say
It's not
this: is
working
that
out.
using a drone to kill, to blow up some elementary school is much easier than what they were doing in Top Gun.
True.
You don't have SAMs on top of the elementary school trying to shoot you down.
Right. Yeah, but I don't think it's that hard to fly a drone lower than a mountain.
They flow.
I don't know.
really
You have
close
to talk
the
to a
ground,
drone
man.
pilot.
Yeah.
And really fast. There's no way. We don't even have
they
cars
flew
that can
really,
drive yet
really
properly.
close to the ground.
Well, do we have any thoughts on the film?
Also, and this is, of course, my very layperson sort of take on this too, is that because it's so close to the ground and there's so many of these like twists and turns, and it's such a precision precision path that they have to go down. Like a lot of these drone pilots are in like Florida or like Arizona or something like that. Like they're on the other side of the world, right? Wouldn't there be like a slight input lag, possibly,
for sure.
that might actually make it so that it's almost like too difficult, impossible to do it with a drone because of that setup?
Well, the drones usually just have like autopilot, and then you just aim the guns. I guess I think that's how it works. So that would definitely
I'm just
possible to do with drones. Yeah,
I'm just thinking that it's definitely more precise if it's a plane with a human pilot in it. I mean,
yeah, computers are really bad at picking up like obstacles and avoiding them. It would not work out, sadly. Soon, I guess, maybe in 10 years. But yeah, they should definitely use all kinds of AI to fight wars, I guess. But I guess we'll just have like nuclear Cold Wars, and that's all we're gonna have. So who knows?
Okay, so back to the movie. I was shocked to learn that the chick from Labyrinth was not even in the original film. I assumed that was his old love interest, but no, they just threw in a new character and they treat her like they have a history, but we don't know it. Yeah. And I thought I was just the confused one in the theater, but no.
No, they threw her in because the other chick got ugly.
Yeah.
I thought like if this chick had been in the old movie, then she would have just aged amazingly. She would have had to be a vampire.
Well, she did age amazingly in real life.
Well, she couldn't be that old.
What is she, like 50?
No way.
You know that Kim from Better Call Saul is like 55, right?
Yeah, well, this one looks definitely better than Kim.
No, and I'd say they're about equal. They're both fucking hot.
Well, I mean, you can definitely tell that Kim is older, though.
How dare you?
Jennifer Connelly aged really, really well. I mean,
how old is she?
Yeah, we must find out.
Let me look this up.
Erich, I thought you had every actress's age memorized.
I believe she's 53.
Well, no way. You made that up. Admit it.
I did. I did make it up.
Will someone look it up?
How old is she?
No, Kino
was
knows her
born
name. He should look it up.
1970, so she's 52.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Or I guess she's 51. She's gonna turn 52 this year.
Fuck.
Wow, okay.
That's so
I guess
close.
That's amazing.
You're a year and a half off. But I mean, she looks great for her age. I mean, she's a hot MILF in there.
Yeah, and you know what? Good for Tom Cruise for not making his love interest a fucking 29-year-old, because you just know that's what any other movie would want to do. The fact that they are conceivably in the same age range is, you know what? Hollywood,
Well,
you finally did it.
That's not even like the thing that I kind of really liked about that romance, but the fact that it's not like this like only for pleasure sort of thing, but it's kind of like it's a symbol of him wanting to there's this aspect of him wanting to be the father to Rooster, you know, because Goose died, and you know he kind of was like
Spoilers,
a father figure.
dude. What the fuck?
yeah. Goose died in the most
Goose gets cooked.
anticlimactic way possible in the first Top Gun.
Yeah, I think it was so anticlimactic that I think I missed it while I was watching. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, for sure.
Goose is dead? What the fuck even happened? They were just fucking doing a training exercise.
Yeah, I had to go back and make sure. Oh, they actually really did a training exercise. It's really that lame. And I had to go back again and also like I guess they explain it. Basically, the engine just failed for basically no reason. Apparently, if you fly too close behind another plane, it might possibly fail like that, and that's what happened. And it doesn't make sense that Rooster would blame Maverick for this at all.
No, and
it's so insane.
The craziest thing is, like I said, I watched these movies out of order.
That's not what Rooster blamed him for.
Wait, I watched these movies out of order. So I assumed that Maverick was at least partially responsible for Goose's death, that there's a reason he would feel guilty, that the culmination of the original film led to like a climax that had his partner die in like the line of duty. But no, it was literally pointless. Nothing happened. Makes no sense. Irrelevant to the plot that didn't even exist to begin with. And yeah, there's no reason in hell that Maverick or his son should have any animosity about this death, because it had nothing to do with any of them.
Yeah, and Rooster was cheering him on. He was like, yeah, go for it. Do that slightly dangerous maneuver. Come on. And then, oh no, the engine just stopped working.
No, I think that it is made pretty clear though in the movie that really what Rooster is has animosity towards Maverick for is the fact that he pulled his papers from the Naval Academy so that he couldn't because basically his mom didn't want him to be a pilot like Goose.
Well, that's not what he says. He keeps complaining about, oh, you killed my father. And it makes no sense. Say that. He didn't.
Well, also, he wasn't there. And and it does make sense in the way it's like, okay, so Maverick pulls your papers. You get super mad at him. You weren't there when your dad died. And, you start to kind of project and, say like, oh, I bet he's just this bad guy or whatever. And, and part of being that father figure for Maverick, which I thought was an interesting thing that they did, is that he kind of allows himself to be seen as the bad guy in order to protect Rooster's family, protect his mom, or protect the sanctity of his mom and protect Rooster, really. The first Top Gun, he just kind of hits his head, and then it's like, oh, he's dead now.
Yeah, instant death.
How do you make a movie like that? How do you have a plot not exist in your film? Is Top Gun regarded as a piece of cinematic history that's really good? Because I was so disappointed.
It doesn't deserve it. It's so overrated.
It's barely even a movie.
It's not over. I would definitely say it's not overrated at all. It got very mixed reviews when it came out. I think it has like a 50% on Metacritic, which is like right in between good and bad.
Which is why this new movie is a miracle. Like, they made a legacy sequel to like a mediocre movie that is a masterpiece. I would say this movie, I don't know who directed it, but it's got to be his fucking masterpiece, right?
Joseph Kosinski, who previously did Oblivion and Tron Legacy.
Oh yeah, so this is without a doubt his greatest film.
Maybe I should check out this Tron Legacy. That sounds great.
You haven't seen Tron Legacy, Florian? I feel like that'd be right up your alley. I've
always been meaning to see it, but I never got around to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, Tron Legacy isn't that bad. It's a cool Daft Punk music video.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think I listened to the soundtrack way more than I watched the movie. It's just visualizers to the Daft Punk CD. It's basically what it is.
But I feel like Top Gun still has this place in pop culture that it just doesn't deserve.
Yeah.
I feel like people just make references to it all the time. And like Archer is really annoying about it. He's always just playing that song, And
Danger Zone?
I don't get it.
Danger Zone.
Bad movie.
It's a great song.
Yeah, sure is.
When they opened up Top Gun Maverick by just having a montage of like the aircraft, like jets going off and taking off and landing on the aircraft carrier set to Danger Zone, I was like, oh, this is hype. This is what I'm here for.
I just one that was the exact same scene from the first movie.
It was, yeah.
It was?
It's the same opening, yeah. Both movies open the exact same way.
Well, did they not refilm it?
I'm sure they refilmed it with the new planes.
Yeah, they refilmed it with like newer planes, yeah.
Right, but it's just so similar. God damn.
It's so similar, but you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a fucking awesome opening.
It is an awesome opening.
Yeah.
Da-na.
But not much.
Yeah, it's
just that.
And I mean, I want to say too that all the stuff inside the planes, the cinematography inside the planes is absolutely fantastic, where you really get a sense of scale with those like plane flights.
Now, Kino, I don't know much about the behind the scenes, but was most of this practical, or was there any CGI in the film?
I think a lot of it was practical.
That is crazy.
I remember reading something.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think I read that a lot of it was practical.
They rented the planes for like $11,000 either a day or an hour or some crazy amount of money.
I thought they got them for free from the government.
No. And they also said Tom Cruise is not allowed to fly one.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But how did they act them flying the plane when he's not flying them? Is he on the second seat or what?
Yeah, are they just sitting in front of a green screen while in the actual plane? Because there's no way they're filming them actually flying in the sky, right?
I'm gonna look this up. How they flew
we gotta
planes.
know. I mean, I feel like it's too real. I feel like it's almost as if they actually did it with the actual planes, which confuses me because that would be way too dangerous.
Well, I think they might have done, for some shots at least. It looked so fucking real. Some of it had to have actually been in the camera.
So here's from Variety. Audiences coming out of Top Gun Maverick this weekend want to know one thing. Are the actors really flying those fighter jets? The answer in short is yes. Tom Cruise, who returns as Maverick, is renowned for doing his own stunt work, and he wanted his stars Miles Teller, Monica Barbero, and Glenn Powell to learn how to fly. That's where the film's aerial coordinator, Kevin LaRosa Jr., stepped in.
But they're not actually controlling the plane while it's flying.
Insane. Imagine if one of them crashes, they have to cancel the movie.
Yeah. Oh, I think I did read that in the original Top Gun, a pilot did die while filming the movie. Literally. Wow. They're making a movie about a fake pilot dying, and then they actually kill somebody to make the movie. Oops.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's way too dangerous, the kind of shit they do with these planes, so I guess that makes perfect sense. Damn.
You read anything else on there, Kino?
Yeah, so they did put them in these F-18s. Equally as impressive was Powell, who got sick while filming the F-18 scenes. He would go and take care of his business and then get right back in the game. The most impressive thing was watching how some of the cast were able to process that and recover themselves For the mission training program that the pilots go on, LaRosa Jr. says the jet-to-jet photography allows audiences to go live with the fighter jets, while IMAX cameras were mounted to the inside and outside of the F-18. As the audience, it feels like we're riding in there with them. When you mix all those things together, you end up with the perfect mix of aerial storytelling. It's a perfect blend of living with our actors who are absolutely in those aircraft, maneuvering and pulling G's, and also letting the audience see where we are to get spatial orientation and see these aircraft maneuvering down low and in and around the training range.
Yeah, that is something this movie did a lot better, was the orientation, just understanding where the planes are and what they're doing. In the original, I feel like they cut to like 2 or 3 second shots of just random planes in the sky, and I don't really understand what they're doing. Like, the dogfighting is not really filmed well in the original, but this movie I was not confused once.
No, I wasn't confused. And so my guess is that for like the shots of them like acting in the airplanes, it seems like they actually were flying in those airplanes.
That's insane.
And they had them go through mission, or like through training to learn how to fly them, but they probably weren't doing anything that was like that intensive. And then for the big stunts, I noticed in the film it would show like the big stunts, out like. It would kind of it would be jet to jet photography. It wouldn't be within. So I'm guessing that they probably had military guys who were very skilled, like, I don't know, like Blue Angels guys.
Real life Mavericks were doing all the stunts.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm from Pensacola, which is home of the Blue Angels. So you actually see that shit. Every like Tuesday and Wednesday. If you're living in Pensacola, you'll see the real life Mavericks flying around.
That's gonna be so loud. Wow.
It's not that loud. It's only loud when they get close to the ground, and sometimes they'll do it, but only during air shows. They won't do that they won't do that during practices. But you'll see them like flying super close together, doing like all sorts of cool stunts. Practicing.
Now, my question
I'm
is,
guessing that they have people like that.
would this movie have been better if they shoehorned in like a sassy black woman who was making little snide remarks about the characters the whole time as, really bad comic relief? Do you think that this Blockbuster should have just thrown that into the movie to try to attract an audience?
Well, I can say they did that with Stranger Things season 3 and season 4.
Oh, and it's really good?
It did. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. The best part of the best part of the show.
They got Leslie Jones.
No, it's Erica. She's like the younger sister to the one kid, Lucas, and she's like the most annoying person in that show by far. And it's kind of funny because I think she was like a main character in season 3, and I think that enough people just like complained about her character that she was like sidelined completely in season 4.
Kind of like Rose Tico.
Yeah.
About the quips, did you notice that there's not any Marvel-esque quips in this Blockbuster? How could it be?
No.
How did they have natural dialogue that was funny on its own?
Yeah, like the first one, right? The first one had like a ton of those, right?
I mean, that was a little before the time of Marvel quips, I think.
Yeah, it had just natural dialogue
all the time.
Go ahead, Kino.
It had natural dialogue that was funny. It was like after John Hamm was just like roasting Tom Cruise for going below the floor, 5,000 feet, and then Tom Cruise is like, yeah, so I wanted to put in a request, and he's like, "What's the request for it? To lower the floor?" Like, and then it's like it comes off as so good. It's honestly also because they're just really charming actors. They just have a lot of charisma.
Yeah, another naturally funny part was when he's hugging Val Kilmer, and Val Kilmer's like, "Oh, did we ever figure out which one of us is better?" And Tom says, "Hey, let's not ruin a good moment."
Yeah. Oh, and the other one I did audibly laugh at was after he crashes that plane at the beginning, and he walks into the diner, and he's like, and he goes in there, and he goes, "Where am I?" And the little kid goes, "Earth."
Yeah, and they got a kid who cannot speak. He could not enunciate his one line of dialogue, which was also good.
Yeah.
It's one word. Yeah. Amazing.
I mean, which makes it more realistic, honestly.
Yeah.
It makes it, yeah.
So the movie has a genuine, good sense of humor, some of the best action, some of the best bro characters. You know, it's a real story about men bonding, and I know, Kino, you're really passionate about that, so I'll let you speak to that a little bit.
You know what? I will defend the fact that I don't think that the first Top Gun is a gay movie.
No, I was shocked. I was shocked that there is a 30-second scene of them shirtless playing volleyball. I assumed that was most of the movie, but no, Top Gun
is a softcore scene.
It's literally not gay enough. There's not enough gay shit in the original.
Yeah,
it's literally
actually
not
really
gay.
bothers me. These characters in that first Top Gun, I swear they're all like porn actors doing porn lines, and it's annoying me so much. And yeah, it's not gay enough.
It was not gay enough. That was my main complaint.
It's not gay at all. And people are like, oh, but the beach volleyball scene. I grew up in Florida. I'm from Florida and California, right? It's like, yeah, every guy, like, you're gonna be shirtless when you're playing beach volleyball. That's not like a big deal. This
no, but it's more the way it's filmed than anything.
Well, do you think this might be closeted projection? Because maybe these people see a bunch of shirtless men and it makes them, secretly horny, and that's why they call it gay. But normal people just see guys playing a game.
Yeah, dude, if you go to Pensacola Beach, there's plenty of beach volleyball things. You're gonna see a whole bunch of pilots that look like they're out of Top Gun playing beach volleyball all the time, and those guys all have wives and kids and shit like that. They're like they're not gay at all. I never thought the Top Gun was a gay thing. It was something that I didn't even hear about until I saw people talking about it on the internet. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess people think this, but I personally never thought it. And
it is a little immature to just jump straight to every man is gay if they're shirtless and hanging out with their friends.
Look, the Greeks, right? The Olympics, the original Olympics, were all performed in the nude.
Well, didn't the Greeks fuck little boys? And I don't know if you want to use them as an example.
It's, I mean, that's like way, okay, so that whole thing is way blown out of proportion.
Oh, don't defend the Greeks' rape of young children. Let's just move on.
No, the homosexuality in ancient Greece, people like to think that it's some like Reddit thing where it's like 20% of them or 50% of them are homosexuals. Not the case. But what I'm saying is that, like,
they were probably bi.
Yeah, didn't they have statues?
I mean, even bi, like they found
everywhere?
something like it was something like 1% of art that was found in ancient Greece had depictions of homosexuality on it, and so
I'm pretty sure Plato was sucking Socrates' dick.
I remember hearing like a lecture where the professor was like, "Well, what if like people looked back on our time and found like." We definitely have more than 1% of art has homosexual depictions in it.
Yeah, they'd see the volleyball scene from Top Gun.
People would probably think that everyone now was just like flaming.
Basically,
if we're using our same sort of judgment that we use for ancient Greece.
Yeah, I'm not upset that the Greeks were gay. It's more that they were doing it with like 11-year-old boys is the issue.
Kino, I have a quote here from Tony Scott, the director of Top Gun, about the volleyball scene. I didn't have a vision of what I was doing other than just doing soft porn. I knew I had to show off all the guys, but I didn't have a point of view, so I just shot the shit out of it. I got the guys to get all their gear off and their pants and sprayed them with baby oil.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it is kind of gay if even the director said he was trying to make it gay.
It's not that it's gay, it's that they're trying to get all the women to like basically fall in love or get off.
Then they should have been playing with the women.
No, because the women don't want to see the other women.
Yeah, but have the men play with the women.
No, he means the audience. The women in the audience need to get their panties wet watching the film.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You need to get like a heavy cleaner in the theater on every seat. Fucking blast it with high pressure water hose to clean off that pussy juice.
Yeah, it's like the theaters after the first 50 Shades of Grey released.
What, like, women actually watch this movie? That can't be right.
Probably not. If you're a man
but
taking
they're
your wife like on a date to this movie, you're gonna get dumped at the end if you don't have 8-pack abs.
Basically what it is, right, is they made a movie for men and for men only, right? And they're like, this is like the ultimate bro movie. And then they realize, wow, we're missing out on 50% of a potential audience. Let's put in a 30-second scene that's sex appeal for the ladies to try to get them to come to the theater, or at least give them a reason to come with their boyfriends to the theater to see Top Gun.
I think that as much as the movie has tons of heterosexual romance in it, there's more actual chemistry between Iceman and Maverick than there is between the love interest and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's why the original is so boring, because literally half of the runtime is dedicated to Tom Cruise's boring romance with some old bitch. It was dull.
I'll say this, is that bromances are often a lot more fun than romances in films.
Just look at us.
Yeah.
There's so much tension between Florian and Kino. You just want to know when they're going to get it on.
I need Tristan Taylor to yell, "Just fuck already!"
Yeah, will they ever respect each other, or do they love each other? Wow, what a romance.
Oh, you guys are going to have the best hate fuck of your lives. Should we?
I'm pretty bad in sex, you know.
Let's wrap this up. I want to hear everybody's final thoughts and whether or not Top Gun Maverick is Kino. E-Rich, let's start with you.
I have no doubt in my mind that Top Gun Maverick is Kino. Tom Cruise is one of the only movie stars still left out there. He has the ability to anchor an audience, anchor a story, anchor characters in a way that no other actor does. I honestly cannot tell you what the difference between most of Tom Cruise's characters are, other than that they are willing to go above and beyond to save the day, save cinema, save life as we know it. Tom Cruise is one of the best people in the world, even if he is a fucking weirdo creep who doesn't understand a lot of life. But what he does understand is that you need to be there, you need to be doing it, and the camera has to see you doing it.
That's
right. If it's not there, it's not worth seeing! Also, I don't have COVID, so fuck you.
Good.
Wow.
Is Tom Cruise the last remaining movie star?
I don't see it,
I would agree.
Actually. Because, like, every other Tom Cruise movie I've seen was just boring as fuck.
Whoa!
So this is the only good one.
What?
I've seen.
You haven't seen Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible,
dude.
You gotta watch the Mission Impossible.
Dude, that he's in.
I am so psyched. I am so psyched for the next Mission Impossible.
I know.
The next two.
I totally am. Holy shit.
It's a two-parter.
Are people
It's a two-parter,
hyped for that? Wow.
Yes!
Yeah.
Those movies are great, dude. They're better than
Jesus
James
Christ,
Bond by
Florian.
far.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen
it's like
one
if James
recently that
Bond
was
didn't
good.
suck. It's Tom Cruise is James Bond if he wasn't just like if he just didn't suck. I mean, the last James Bond movies have been terrible, but then Mission Impossible has only gotten better with each iterative movie.
Yeah, and Florian, what you might not get is that Tom Cruise is actually doing every stunt on screen. He's hanging off the side of a plane that is flying in the air. He's climbing the world's tallest building from the outside. It's literally him being filmed doing those things. It's not fake. That's why it's so incredible to watch.
Well, sorry, not impressed, okay? I don't need to know.
Fuck off.
I don't need to know.
So you're Brad Pitt.
Florian,
That don't impress me much.
Florian, eat shit and die is all I have to say.
What would impress you?
I'm so bored.
What would impress you in a fucking action movie? What action stunt would impress you?
I don't care for the stunts. The stunts are boring.
Well, then you're unimpressible.
Florian just wants to watch Turning Red. He's like, this doesn't have enough prepubescent.
Oh,
wow,
God.
okay.
Kino, let's go to you. Final thoughts on Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick is one of, if not the best movie of the year so far.
I agree.
It is certified Kino. Everyone should go out and watch it. I might go and see it again.
If you don't see it in theaters, maybe don't even bother, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you see this on as big a screen as you possibly can.
And
Tom
the
Cruise
loudest.
has held this movie back for something like a year and a half or 2 years, just so people could see it in theaters. without being fucked over by COVID.
Yeah,
so fucking do it.
between the original Top Gun Maverick trailer and the release, we had 2 full Sonic movies come out, and but it was worth the wait because he literally just saved the box office. And you know, we might be in the COVID era still, lay epic COVID, but he just broke every Memorial Day box office record ever. So he literally saved cinema. It's not even a joke.
Thank you, Tom Cruise.
Florian, what are your final thoughts?
Thank you, Tom Cruise.
I'm just wondering, like, what's up with this romance? Why did they make this weird romance character where he already had romance with her, but then he dumped her, but now he wants back into her life? And is her daughter his daughter?
It's called being in an adult relationship.
No, it's called, as Red Letter Media would call it, the not gays, where you have to prove the character's not gay by shoehorning a romance into the movie. I also don't like it when they do that.
Yeah. And like, why does he have to be, like, so bad? Like, why'd he have to dump her and then crawl back to her? Make up your fucking mind. Jesus. Like, she was hot
his
enough.
Character.
Why'd he even dump her?
It's the idea of being married to family or married to work. I mean, it's a kind of a classic sort of thing. The reason why it's implied that he dumped her in the past was because of work.
But how does that make sense when he's now doing the most intense work ever and now he's got time to romance?
Because he's actually there. Because when you're in the military, you get moved around everywhere and you don't really have a say in it. You know, it's like, oh, you're in San Diego now. Okay, we're going to ship you off to Japan for the next 3 years. And, you know, you can't do anything because we need you there. Or we're going to send you over to this place.
They would pay for her to
if
follow
she's
him.
just no, not if she's his girlfriend. Only if she's his wife.
She has a bar to run, Florian. Not just anybody can be a bartender.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a bar.
I'm just saying that it's
emasculating when he comes in. Yeah.
Makes him pay for everybody's drinks. That's pretty good.
I think she must have set up that bar just as a revenge to him. Actually,
could be. Sometimes you need revenge on a man who scorned you.
Yeah.
Well, I will chime in with my final thoughts. Yeah, it's fucking Kino. I've not had a theater experience this good in as long as I can remember. And if you don't see it in theaters, you are just doing yourself a disservice. Skip Top Gun, go straight to this one. You literally don't need to see the original to appreciate this. And that is the test of any sequel. Can it stand on its own as a movie? This one, I think, is better having not seen the other, because I at least, the whole time I was trying to, like, picture in my head, oh, what is this backstory with Goose? How did Maverick cause Goose's death? Turns out the flashback ruins a lot of things, because it's not interesting or good. Top Gun Maverick, literally a 10 out of 10 film. I don't know how you could improve it.
So
Kino.
did he really not see this movie?
He didn't. He was at Anaheim or something. But Kino, I saw on Letterboxd, you gave this a 4.5. What was the flaw?
Really?
What was the 4.5? Oh, I normally don't even do like the 5-star the first time after watching it. I want to see it another time to like soak more in before.
I mean, that's pretty pretentious.
Yeah, whether it holds up on repeat viewing.
I don't know. You can give it 5 stars if you think it's a perfect film. You can just lower the score after the second viewing. I don't know why you would give it a lower score to begin with.
Sometimes I mean, it's still a 9 out of 10. I mean,
you literally gave Irreversible a 5. You think Irreversible's better than this?
I gave Irreversible 4 stars in my first watch, and I gave it 5 stars after my third watch.
So I gave Wasted Hours a 5. Should I lower the score because I've only seen it once? I guess it's a 1 now.
Okay, you know, you're literally getting mad at me for giving it like a 9 out of 10.
I'm trying to figure out why you think it's not a 5. Like,
Monkey, you're exactly like the people who go to fucking IGN and like, fucking bastards when they give a video game
he
a 9
literally
out of
cannot
10.
explain how it lost half a fucking point. What part of it was bad?
How it lost half a point is that the romance was just a little underdeveloped.
Okay,
and
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's all I wanted. I just wanted an explanation other than I only saw it once, like it's the movie's fault.
But I'm not here to
I'm not here to I'm not here to criticize the movie that's saving cinema right now, but if you have to ask, it's the romance is a little bit underdeveloped. You know, it's if it maybe wasn't in there, it wouldn't have that wouldn't be a problem, but it is in there, so it is a little underdeveloped for what it is. But it didn't really take away that much from the film at all.
Why did Jennifer Connelly not show her tits in this movie?
See, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boobless movie. Yeah, that's getting a half a point.
Yeah, at least we got to see Johnny Depp's daughter's tits in that fucking furry movie, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Those nipples that could cut glass.
Well,
I must be missing something. That sounds amazing.
oh, you would love that movie, Florian. What was it called?
Yeah,
Like,
that's up your alley.
it was called
Wolf.
Wolf?
Wolf. Yeah.
Wow.
WOLF. Wolf.
Yeah, they're all otherkin in a mental
Yeah.
asylum, and there's
Holy
a scene
shit.
where it's so obvious that it's like super cold there because she's like lying down and she's
She's
bare
nipping.
chested, or you know she's topless, and her nipples are just super long, like they're just pointing, and it like zooms in on them too. That's the other thing, is that the camera's like zooming in.
Well, they
and
actually
you
had
just-
Johnny Depp on set as the cinematographer that day. So he was trying to make it tasteful with his daughter's pokey nips.
Are they like
Yeah.
long wolf nipples? Wow, that makes sense.
No, it's just that it was obvious that it was probably
Wolf
pretty full on
nipples?
set.
No, she thought she was a
Wolf
cat.
nipples. Yeah, she thought she was a cat. It was the other guy that thought, George McKay from 1917, who thought that he was a wolf.
Yeah.
I thought the trick was going to be that they're all turning out to be werewolves in the end, so they're really
Nope.
just otherkin.
Yep.
No,
Literally mentally ill people portrayed accurately on screen.
Oh, wow. I don't know if that's better or worse than werewolves.
Well, for Is It Kino, I've been Simian Jimmy.
I'm Florian.
I'm E-Rich.
And I'm Kino Corner.
You see, you guys, people think your voices sound alike, so when you do that, they're going to be double confused.
Well, if you didn't say anything, they would have thought that we were.
Go
so.
buy Ballfrog on Steam, everyone. It's on sale. It's only 99 cents, but only today.
Wow, yeah, buy it.
Oh, wait, you just missed the discount. I'm sorry. It's over.
Oops.
Now you can refund it.
Yeah, go get a refund on Ballfrog,
Wait,
everybody.
it was only
No,
discounted
don't
when you
give them
said that.
ideas.
Yeah, only for 5 seconds. So if they didn't hear me say it while we're recording this live, literally
Incredible.
6 days
That's on
before
them.
release.
Yeah.